Hi everyone, welcome back to the Pocket Nutritionist. My name is Katie and today we're doing a really quick and easy dinner or lunch, delicious pear and leafy green and sweet potato salad. It's just such a yummy meal. I ate this last night and I've had this a couple of times now and it's just so enticing. It's creamy, it's crunchy, it's sweet, it's savoury, it's everything that you want in a meal. And it's so healthy for you as well. It's a wonderful way to get in all your extra leafy greens and a little bit of starchy carbs too, just to help you feel that wonderful feeling of grounding and comfort. If you're new to the channel, please click the subscribe button because I share recipes that help you lose weight and have more energy than you know what to do with. So the theme of today's video is very much kitchen realness. I have done it in a much more relaxed style, a little bit less editing, but also to show you that what I do is real. It's very much practical, and I hope to share the practical side of what I do as well as the gourmet side of what I do. Just so that you can see that it's all very achievable. I've never been like this in my whole life until the last couple of years, and I've really embraced being creative in the kitchen. So I want to share with you as much as I can about the things that I've learned in the last couple of years and to make it easy for you to embrace healthy eating as well. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is prepare the sweet potato crunchy bites. So I've just got a pot here and some boiling water, so I'll just pour that in. Okay, now I'm going to add in the steamer component and I'm going to get that boiling. So just turn it on to high heat. So while that's going and preparing, I'll just prepare the sweet potato. So this potato is about 500 grams. I'm just going to peel it and chop it. So I wanted to show you this way today so you can see just how quick it is, because I often hear from people that it takes too long or I don't have time to make something healthy. So this is an option for you when you're low on time and you still want to have a really healthy, yummy meal. Peel all of that off. Okay, nearly done here. Right, so that can go into your compost or your bin or whatever. Let's put that aside. So I'm doing this real time so that you can just see just how quick it is. I think everyone can spare 5 or 10 minutes to make a meal. Go, just chopping it up. So it doesn't need to be that fancy. If it's a everyday meal, it doesn't need to be perfect. If you're making it for something special, then you might take extra time, but when you're busy and you've got a lot on your plate, or if you've got kids running around, just chop it. Just chop it up. Okay. Keep in mind though that if you chop it up a little bit smaller, so these cube sizes are about 1 centimetre. So they're going to cook quite quickly as well, which is another benefit. You don't want to have your cooking time take forever. And I'm showing you this method so that it does take a little bit less time, because if you just did them straight in the oven, then it takes a lot longer. Okay, all chopped. This is boiling. Toss those in there. Now this is for about 2 servings, so you might need to do that twice if you've got a bigger family. Those pieces, I've lost that piece. All right, done. Now we just let that sit while we prepare the rest of the salad. Okay, next, we're gonna make the avocado dressing. I've got my new Kitchen Whiz 16, which I just love. I've got the small attachment inside, so it's gonna be easy to clean up. I'm doing this again in real time, so there's no editing involved here. I wanted to show you just how quick this is. So, there we go. Beautiful avocado. Just get a spoon. Forgot the spoon. All right, in she goes. Now, as I said before with the potato, there's actually 2 servings, but because I'm the only one eating this today and the avocado can go a bit brown, I'm just going to make 1 serving of the dressing, but down below I'm going to put the whole recipe for 2 servings. That way you can multiply it out how many servings you need and everything will make much more sense. Okay, now, next I'm going to add in the seasonings. I'm just going to tell that guy to calm the farm. Okay, so first for the dry seasonings, so I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of dried parsley. 1, 2. I personally like a little bit of kick, so I'm going to put in some chili powder, but only about 1/8 of a teaspoon, so it's not very much. Feel free to omit it if you prefer, if you don't like the kick. There. Also, I'm aware some of you like to not use salt, so you can opt to not use the salt if you prefer. Just going to put some cracked pepper in. Love a bit of cracked pepper. And the salt that I experimented with, I'm just going to put the tiniest bit in, so like maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon. Yeah, not too much. Oop. Next, for the wet, so the apple cider vinegar, just a teaspoon, the acid. Then I'm going to add a teaspoon of maple syrup for the sweet. When I had this last night, it was a little bit too savoury, so it needs a little bit of maple in there. There we go. See how quick this is? My goodness, and you're doing this while the sweet potato's cooking, so it's very efficient. I'm just going to pour some filtered water in here. 1 tablespoon. There we go. That's it. Now, just going to turn this on. Hopefully there won't be any disasters, like the other day when I cut my finger. All right. Away she goes. I like to clean up while this is happening, so I'm going to clean up. She's ready. I'm just going to scrape down the sides. And just make sure you have a little taste, just to make sure you're happy with it before you take it out. Oh, it's perfect. That's how you do the dressing. So that's only been on for about 5 to 10 minutes. And already I can put the knife through it and I can pick it up like that. So that means that it's now ready to quickly go into the oven. Okay, so no editing here, just so you know. Okay, here's the pan. Got some baking paper. There it is. Okay, next I'm going to place these onto the baking tray. So just shake that out a little bit to get some of the moisture out. Okay, spread them out. Okay, now I'm just going to add a little bit of seasoning. So I'm going to throw on some smoked paprika. I haven't measured this, you just go by feel. There we go. A little bit of garlic powder. Now, of course, if you don't do onion garlic, obviously omit. You can pretty much flavour this however you like, but I found this combo quite tasty. And then oregano. Now, I'm not going to put any salt and pepper on this because I seasoned the avocado dressing. And I don't like to do too much salt, so I don't feel like I need it. Okay, there we go. I think it might need just a little bit more actually. I missed the side bits. Now I want to get a piece that hasn't got seasoning. Okay, I'm just going to put this now into the oven at 180 degrees for about 20 minutes or until it crisps up, and I'll just keep an eye on it. So I'm just going to make the salad now while the sweet potato is in the oven. So I'm just measuring out 1 serving, as I said, because I'm the only one eating it today. But you can obviously adjust to suit. I'm going to put for 2 servings down below. So I'm just taking these organic greens and I'm just measuring out how much I want. So that's about 100 to 110, maybe a little bit more. So for 1 serving, it's 120 grams. So that's the equivalent of about 1 of those punnets from the shops. So it's not a small amount, but this is what I want to encourage everyone to start doing, is to make the salad the main event, because we need to eat as much living food as we possibly can, or we won't be living anymore. Eat living food to be alive. If you want to be dead, eat dead food. But this is living food. It is raw, it is from nature, it hasn't been cooked. And also the greens are very important for immune health. So if you're struggling with infections, you're struggling with autoimmune conditions, you're struggling with any sort of chronic condition, fatigue, if you've got rashes, if you've got phlegm in your chest, you've got problems breathing, any of that stuff, you know, if you've got problems with your memory or your nervous system, you must eat leafy raw greens. You must eat the green. The green is so important for nerve health, immune system health, liver health, everything health. So this is a wonderful way to get in that big dose of greens. I know there's been a couple of my clients who I've challenged to do some extra leafy greens with a 4-week nutrition strategy, and to add 2 to 3 cups of leafy greens to a meal. So this is definitely about at least 3 cups of greens. So what I'm going to do now is just add a little bit of bicarbonate. I'll show you what I do with that. This is food grade bicarbonate. So I'm just going to pour that in like that, and then add my filtered water. If you want to know more about the water filtration, go and check out my videos on, they're called You've Been Drinking Water Wrong Your Whole Life, part 1 and part 2. Go and check that out, and I really recommend that you at least get some sort of filter for your water. Really important, especially I know in Brisbane recently people have been complaining about the taste of the tap water. It's not good. It's really not good. Anyway, so all I'll do there is I'll just wash that, just to get all the pesticides or any animal droppings or whatever they've done to it off. The bicarbonate is a really soft and gentle way to just remove some of the acids that might accumulate on the plants. So what I'll do now is just put that into this little basket. Now usually I do this a slightly different way. I'll just already have them in the basket, but I was measuring it for you today, so that's all right. Just put all of that in there and I'll tip out the water. This little device is really handy. It's just a little salad spinner. I think I picked this one up from Maya years ago, and I thought at the time I paid a lot for it, but it stood the test of time, so well worth it. Put that in there. Put on the lid. Okay, and what this one does is you just pop this open like this. That comes up and you just push it down. That spins it up. Ooh, this little stop button. And essentially that will then wring out the water. And you can see then you've got the leftover water, which is slightly coloured now. So just tip that out and then I'll do it again. Now, if you've got a big family, you may have to do a couple of rounds of this. There you go. Salad almost done. Easy. Okay, continuing on with our kitchen realness. I got a bowl. I'm going to put that into the bowl. So that is the greens ready. It's going to be super tasty. There's the greens. Now, this is a very simple salad. And here's some red onion that I used in the salad last night. Kitchen realness. I just had it in Glad wrap. It's still good. So I'm just going to, now my sister's probably going to roll her eyes at this when she sees it, but hopefully she doesn't see it. I'm no chef, but this is how I just prepare the onion. I peel the skin off like that. There we go. And I'm not putting a ton of onion in because even though I can eat them now, I still find that they're quite a bit on the digestion, but you can pick how much onion you put in. And in fact, you can pick how much of everything that you put in. If you want to put in different ingredients into this, of course, feel free. This is just a way of showing you how quick and easy it can be. I might put a bit more than that in. How quick and easy it can be to make a little meal. Okay, so there's that. Done. And the last ingredient I'm going to chop up. See, we save everything as well. Sorry, the last ingredient I'm going to chop up, I'm going all over the shop, is the pear. So I got these pears, these beautiful little Williams pears. They're gorgeous. And I just couldn't resist because I love pears. So I'm going to toss them in the salad because yum. Now I'm just going to give them a little bit of a wash. So I'll just duck over here quickly while I'm talking with you. Washing them just in my grander water, just giving them a good little rub down. Okay, because I'm also going to eat the skin, so you better give them a wash. Okay, and then I'm just going to slice them up into little slices. Okay, and that just goes straight in. So you can see how quickly, oh, that's not a good bit. I'll just chop that bit off. You can see how quickly it comes together. These pears are beautiful. They've just started to go soft, and I really like them when they're like that. I know some people, like Troy doesn't like them when they go like that, so he prefers them a little bit harder. But I love them like this. They're so sweet. They're so yummy. And for those of you who are really savvy with your food, I realise that this isn't great food combining, what I'm doing here. Having said that though, working with clients over the years and talking with them and hearing about what their challenges are, I really think that what's most important is that you find a way to do things that helps you feel like you're winning. And a win for a lot of people is just even drinking water for the day. So I want this to be really accessible for anybody, anyone who wants to just eat a little bit healthier. I don't want you to be put off by the fact that people are saying, oh, you know, don't mix the pears with the sweet potato and all that. Look, it's better off going into you than half the things that most people are eating anyway. So I just say to that, get to that when you get there. Go on your journey, start getting healthy, and then you can worry about the food combining later. But if you do have serious digestive issues, of course, you know, you have to consider those things, like I did. And that's why I ended up learning about it. That's that. Now, I'm just going to save that apple. The pear. And I'm going to eat that in a minute, so I'll just put that over here. And now, because we're doing this in real time, I'm just going to show you. We're going to take the avocado, put it in there, and then mix it around. I'd love for you to tell me whether you like this format or you prefer my other format. I'm not going to be offended either way. I get that people have different preferences. But I'd like to know. Kitchen realness is what I call this. All right. I try not to waste a drop because it's so good. So I'm just going to pop this out. Top that in there. Now, for those of you as well who need to go a little bit lower fat to start with, then you may just need to back off the avo a little bit. The avo is not bad for you, of course. The avocado is very healthy for you. It's just, I know when I started, I had some issues digesting avocado. What I realize now is that it wasn't so much issues digesting the avocado, it was just with having the avocado with things that I shouldn't have been having it with, like packaged foods and whatnot, that was causing the issue with it. And more on that later on. So that goes in there. And now we toss. Look at that. Beautiful. I really like the way that this ends up looking with the avocado through it. It just makes it look very gourmet, like something that you'd buy at the shop. Yet, it's not. And it only takes 2 minutes to put together. Well, a bit longer than 2 minutes, but you can see how quickly it really takes. Now, I would suggest if you have a family and you are doing more servings of this, maybe do it in batches. There you go, look at that. I think that looks really nice. What do you think? Good? All right. Okay, so just because I'm showing you how you can make something a little more gourmet, here's some parsley, flat leaf parsley, and I'm just going to chop it up. Chop, chop, chop. So I like to just take these bigger stalks off, like that. And, you know, when I first started to get healthy, I was so angry because I was a foodie. And I used to go and do fine dining with friends and drink wine and go to wine dinners and eat a cheese plate for dinner sometimes with a bottle of red, and I used to do all that. But you know what? I really wasn't living the life that I wanted to live. And I had a lot of dreams and aspirations and goals, which I just wasn't able to fulfill being like that. So this is why I like to make everything that I make a little bit more gourmet, so that I feel like I'm still indulging in that part of myself that likes all the fine things in life. Further to that point, I think it's well worth investing in some beautiful plates, some beautiful cutlery. It just elevates everything that you do, and I just did this recently and it really has made a big change to how I feel about my food. And also I wanted to be able to show you just how beautiful the food that I eat can be, and I want everyone to just give it a go. As I say, always just give it a go. You don't even know how good it is until you try it. So get on here and have a look at some of my other recipes. I just feel so grateful that now I can feel like I'm eating really indulgent, beautiful food. and still be healthy and have the energy for everything that I want to do. So yeah, get amongst it. Give it a go. Give it a go. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm just going to pull out the little sweet potato bites and have a little look at what they're like. So I think they're nearly ready. I'm going to give them maybe just another 5 mins, just because I can see that they've started to crisp up a little bit. I just want them a touch more crispy than they are. They're looking quite tasty though, aren't they? All right, 5 minutes more and then we will serve. Okay, now we're going to plate the salad. So this is a beautiful serving dish that I got from Wheel and Barrow, one of my new favorite places. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use tongs and plate it up. Here we go. So what's lovely about this with the avocado dressing is that it really lifts it and makes it sort of sticky. It looks really special. And I know you're probably thinking, my, this is a very big salad. And that is exactly the point. We want to get rid of this idea that salad is the side. Salad is the main event. Now I realize not everyone could eat this much. I like to eat this much because I need the energy. So, and I don't want to eat tiny little amounts of food like I used to do when I was bodybuilding. Never again. So, this is how you do it. Look pretty. It looks pretty. Who doesn't want to eat that? And then we have to include the starchy carbs because just eating the salad isn't going to give you enough energy. So you want to put these starchy carbs. Now you can put these on however you like. I'm going to put them on the top there. Like that. Now, if I was eating this as a big dinner and I was absolutely starving, I'd probably load up a little bit more sweet potato. So this is a beautiful, quick vegan meal that I think anyone would enjoy. Even Troy last night when I made this, it's like, ooh, what's that? So that's basically how you do it. Now, I probably won't get through all of that, and that was nearly a full sweet potato there too. So you probably want to have 1 to 2 if you're making it for 2 people. I'll just wipe that down. And that is your salad. This wiping the plate thing reminds me of Ian Hewitson on his show when I was growing up. Anyone who remembers his show? He was great. Put sample into everything. That guy loved it. There you go. Now I'll do a few nice shots for you. For that though, I forgot the parsley. So this is where things start looking really fancy. Look at that, just that little extra sprinkle. Ah, gorgeous. Okay, we're doing kitchen realness today, but I just wanted to show you this. This is my beautiful brush brass cutlery set. And when I use this, I feel like I'm in a fine dining restaurant. Even if I'm just sitting in my kitchen enjoying things, this is a really nice way of elevating what you're eating. And also with these beautiful plates, I just think, oh, I feel so special. I feel so grateful that I get to eat this way and heal my body and feel so energetic and enjoy the delicious flavors. So here we go. Here's the taste test. Oh, get some pear. Mmm. Mmm. After a big day at work, if you came home to this, You'd be so pleased. It's sweet, it's savoury, it's salty, it's crunchy, it's soft. So delicious. When you try this, tell me what you think. I want to know. One last little tip, and I'll continue to explain this over many, many videos. This is definitely a normal portion size that I would eat. Now, I might get to the end if I'm not quite as hungry as usual and just have a bit left over. I'll put it in the fridge and have it later. But this is the kind of serving that I would have. It's a lot, and you can really eat a lot when you eat like this because you want to be full. You want to have lots of nutrition and a lot of energy. And you won't put on weight from it because it's the natural food that we're meant to eat. It's, you know, fruit and vegetables. So if you are still eating a little bit of meat, that's fine. You can have a little bit of your poached chicken or something on the side. Just have that on the side as the side dish, maybe about 100 grams or so, maybe a little bit more. And you can still eat this whole meal and just have that little chicken as the flavoring on the side. Rather than the salad being the side, make the meat the side. So that would be another way to do this if you're not vegetarian or vegan and you're not willing to necessarily remove the meat yet. Just have it on the side, and that's a great approach. I've also got a video on how to poach chicken really beautifully, so you can go and check that one out as well if you wish, and that would be the way I would suggest to do it for optimal health and weight loss. I hope you've really enjoyed this episode of my quick and easy salad, kitchen realness style, and please subscribe to the channel so that you can stay up to date on all of the new recipes coming through, and I'll see you next episode. Bye!